welcome to my channel. Today I have another theatre vlog. Today's a really exciting one because I'm heading to the Sheffield Lyceum Theatre to see Treason. I'm so excited to see this one. Obviously it's a new British musical. It's based on the Gunpowder plot and I've heard really good things about it. I've seen some production shots and the costumes look amazing, so I'm really excited for this one. I've kind of been gifted my tickets by Sheffield Theatres to review the show, and yeah, it's just going to be a great day. I'm really looking forward to this musical. Unfortunately I'm having to go on my own, my brother can't make it today, but yeah, it should be a fun show and I'm just really excited to go and see the show. I'm sat in the stalls for this one. I think I'm on row Q, can't quite remember. It's near the back of the stalls and I'm on an aisle, which is good because I may have to leave early. I may have to leave as soon as the show finishes to go and get my train. I'm hoping it doesn't overrun. As long as it finishes on time I'll be fine. If it overruns then I'm going to be cutting it fine, so fingers crossed it doesn't overrun. So yeah, so I'm gonna head out to get the train about 3:30. My parents are going to come pick up the children at 3:30, and then I'm going to head to the train station. So I'll get back to you now once I'm at the train station. So I'm just at the tram station now. There's 5 minutes till my tram. Not too long to wait, but it's only a small one. It's the Piccadilly, so I need to move up. Hopefully there'll be a seat. Yeah, so I'm at the tram station now. I'm running a little bit late because my parents were late picking up the kids. They're always late. But I should still have time. I've still got an hour to get there, so it should only take half an hour. So I should be fine. Okay, so I've just arrived at Piccadilly train station. I've got half an hour till my train. So I'm just going to pop in Sainsbury's, see if I can get anything to eat because I'm not sure I'm going to have time for food when I get there. I'm just going to buy a snack, just in case. Okay, so my train isn't due for another 20 minutes. So, yeah, I'm going to wait. And then as soon as it arrives, I'm going to go onto the platform. Okay, so my train's the next train from this platform, and this train is usually super busy, so way up here. On the train, there's 10 minutes before it leaves. Just got myself something to eat because I don't know if I'm going to get there in time to get food, so just got a quick snack and a drink, and it's due to leave in 10 minutes. just arrived in Sheffield. This is my train. I just got off, and now I think I might have time to get something to eat, but I'm not actually hungry now. So I've got ages yet till I need to head to the theatre. So maybe I'll just go and get something light. We'll see. Anyway. Okay, so I'm just outside the train station now. It's very wet. It must have been raining, but luckily I've just missed the rain. So yeah, I'm gonna walk up to where the theatres are and then maybe see what food places are around there. Okay, so I've just arrived at the theatres. There's the Crucible, there's the Lyceum. I've got half an hour till the theatre opens, so might go and look and see if there's anywhere I can get some food, but I'm not that hungry. Maybe by the McDonald's or something I would do. So I'm not going to the Wetherspoons here like I usually go to, so I just haven't got time, but there is a McDonald's up here, so I might just get some fries and a drink, because I'm not that hungry. But I know by the time I get home at midnight I'm going to be starving, so I'm just going to get something. Okay, so I'm just ordered, just waiting for McDonald's. Okay, so it's now 6:35. I'm just in McDonald's, just got something quick to eat. And the show starts at 7:15, so I'm going to aim to get to the theatre for 7. So then I've got enough time to like show you around and show the merch and stuff. So I'm going to quickly eat this and head back to the theatre. So just finished at McDonald's now. It's now 7:10, so I'm just going to walk up to the theatre now. I should be able to head in. Okay, so I've now arrived at the theatre. It's 20 to 7. Should start in 20 minutes. I need to go in, get a programme, look at the merch, and then head to my seat. So yeah, really looking forward to this. Okay, so I've just picked my programme up from the press desk, and now I'm just in the queue for the merch because I want to buy a magnet. Okay, so I'm in the stores, going up and do a 1. I knew those were through queue. C26. So just here. Okay, so I'm in my seat now. I'm on row Q, seat 26. I've got 2 seats, 25 and 26, because my brother can't come. I think I'm going to sit in 26. But yeah, the view is good. I'll just show you the view from my seat. Okay, so this is the view from the seat. You can see it's a really good view. Yeah, looking forward to it. It's actually starting in about 5 minutes, I think. So it's now the interval. Unfortunately there was a delay with the show starting, so it started about quarter an hour late, so I'm probably going to have to miss the end to catch my train, which is so annoying. But the show's really good, really enjoying it. The songs are great, the costumes are really good, I'm loving the set. So really looking forward to the second half, so I'll tell you, I'll just give you a full review now when I get home. Okay, so I just managed to collect a quick interval drink and I'm heading back to my seat. I have to say I do love their safety curtain. Very nice. Okay, so the show has finished. It finished quarter of an hour later than it's supposed to. Maybe a bit more actually, maybe 20 minutes later. But the train got cancelled. So I was able to stay till the end. But now I've got to see how I'm going to get home. Hopefully I'll be able to catch the bus home. We shall see. I need to get to the train station now and see if my ticket is valid on the next train, because it's a different train company. So the curse of coming here every time I come to Sheffield, something always happens getting home. Anyway, I'll get back to you now once I'm at the train station. So I've made it to the tram station. It's quarter past midnight. Plus the half past, so I should make it if I get on this tram, if it turns up. It's here, so I should make it. So I'm at the bus station. I made it with 10 minutes to spare before the last bus, so at least I've made it. I don't have to get a taxi. I hate getting taxis on my own. So yeah, should be due in like 9 minutes now. Hi, so I am now home. Much later than I expected. I should have got home if my train hadn't been cancelled. I should have got home around 11:30, quarter to 12, and I ended up getting home for 1 AM. So a lot later, but at least I managed to catch my bus, which was good because I did not want to have to get a taxi. But hopefully I can claim my money back for that train, since it didn't turn up, which isn't too bad. And it meant that I actually got to stay and watch to the end of the show, because if I was getting the other one, I would have had to have left about 15-20 minutes early because it overran. So yeah, it probably worked out for the best in the end. But anyway, I am gonna quickly get something to eat because I'm quite hungry, and then I'm gonna head to bed. I'm gonna review the show in the morning because it's too late now. So yeah, I will get back to you tomorrow. Hi, so it's now the next day, so I thought I'd give you a quick review of Treason The Musical, which I saw last night at the Sheffield Lyceum Theatre. So I was kindly gifted my tickets to review the show. I was sat in the stalls. I was on row Q, seat 25. The view was really good from there, definitely recommend it. I like being on the end of a row so I can get out easily, and the view was really good, much better than the end of some rows, because I don't think Lyceum Theatre is very wide, so you get a really good view from the end of a row. The only thing that I did miss being sat there was there is one point in the show where a couple of characters are in the left hand side box, and due to the overhang from the circle, couldn't see any of that. I think I could just see his arm, so that is the only bit that you do miss from sitting there, is the bit where he's in the box. So I think the only people that would see that would be people that are in front of the overhang on the circle, and then if you're the higher up people. So yeah, that is the one bit that you do miss if you're sat further back in the stalls. Other than that, the view was great. So there were a few teething problems in the start of this musical. It was actually delayed, the start, by about 15 minutes due to technical difficulties. There was also a show stop not long after the second act started, also due to technical difficulties, which was a shame, but the cast performed brilliantly. It didn't seem to affect their performances, and they did a great job. The show did have a bit of merch. They had a t-shirt, a hoodie, mugs, magnet, keyring, poster. I think there was stickers. I can't remember everything, but I definitely did film it, and I did film the price list. But yeah, it did have quite a bit of merch. I of course purchased a magnet. I don't think it's going to focus because it's reflecting on it, but it's just the logo, and it says Treason The Musical. I think that was £6. I also did pick up a programme. However, this was gifted as I was reviewing the show, so I'm not quite sure how much programmes are at the Sheffield theatres. I'm guessing it's between £5 and £6 because that's what it is at most theatres. But yeah, I'm not quite sure how much they are. So that's everything I picked up from the show. So I better tell you a little bit about the musical. So Treason the Musical is based on the gunpowder plot, which occurred in 1605. And this fully staged production has actually been highly anticipated after the concert version of the show, which happened in 2022. And those concert versions sold out and were really popular. So people have been really anticipating this fully produced, this full production for a while now. So I was really intrigued to see it. I didn't see the concert version. I hadn't heard any of the songs. I just heard a buzz around it and thought I'd really enjoy it. I really like history, and I thought a musical based around this idea would be interesting. So the story was a little bit different to how I thought it was going to be. It is the story of the gunpowder plot. However, it's not a story told from Guy Fawkes' point of view. He actually is just the narrator of the story, and the story focuses on Martha and Thomas Percy and how their roles play a part in the gunpowder plot. So Thomas and Martha are Catholics, and in the 1600s England was dominated by the Protestants, and the Catholics were persecuted for their religious beliefs, and so they had to practice their religion in secret. And so the story starts with Thomas and Martha getting married, and this has to be done in secret because they could be killed just for getting married. So that's how the show starts. And during the show we find out that Queen Elizabeth is sort of on her deathbed, and that she doesn't have any direct heirs. So King James VI, I think it is, of Scotland, he is in line to take the throne of England. And so the Catholics believe that he may be a bit more sympathetic towards their plight, as his mother was Catholic, and I think also his wife was Catholic as well, but they think he might be a bit more tolerant, and so they decide they need someone to go and talk to him and try and get him to be sympathetic to their cause. And so Martha tries to convince her husband Thomas to go and speak with King James of Scotland. So he does actually manage to get an audience with the king, and he does actually manage to convince him to agree to more religious tolerance once he takes the English throne. However, once King James takes the English throne and becomes King James I, it isn't long before he actually goes back on his word, and the persecution of Catholics begins again. Due to this, Martha actually ends up getting beaten up, and she actually loses her unborn child, and it is this which pushes Thomas over the edge, and he ends up getting involved with the plotters. So as Martha is recovering from her injuries, Thomas obviously goes off with the plotters, and Martha doesn't know where he is, where he's gone. I think he's missing. She can't find him for a few weeks, and she has no idea where he's gone and what he is planning. So we soon find out that the plotters are planning to blow up the House of Lords on the 5th of November 1605. However, the authorities receive a letter informing them of the plan, and this results in the plotters getting killed. So that is the basic story. Like I said, a bit different was I was expecting it to be based around Guy Fawkes, but he is just the narrator of the story and doesn't really have much involvement in the story except for at the end. So one of the best things about this show is definitely its musical score. It has some fantastic folk inspired songs in it, and as well as the songs sounding really great, they actually really do help to tell the story and move the story along. They also help to give a bit of insight into some of the characters as well. So one of my favourite songs I think from the show is a duet which is sung between Martha and her husband Thomas, and it's called Blind Faith, and that is a really beautiful song and definitely one of my favourites from the show. Another favourite of mine is Cold Hard Ground. This is a song sung by Robert Catesby, and it's a really powerful song, and it also gives a really good insight into the character of Robert Catesby. I think my absolute favourite number from the show has to be The Inevitable, which is the big solo number that Martha Percy sings. This song is just beautiful, and Nicole Raquel Dennis gave an absolutely fantastic vocal performance of this song. It was definitely the performance of the night for me. She did an amazing job, and yeah, I just really enjoyed her performance of that song. So I was actually really impressed with the set. It was simple but really effective. It gave sort of a dark, eerie feeling to it. It had candles scattered all around the stage, and the set sort of wrapped around the whole of the stage, so around the sides and around the back. It had some doors that would move and close, which would reveal like a balcony at the back of the set. And yeah, I thought it was really good, really effective, and also the lighting and the sound design really helped to add to that eerie, dark sort of atmosphere. So it all worked really well together, the set and the lighting design. I thought all worked really well together to create that sort of dark, eerie atmosphere. The costuming was excellent as well. I thought it was really detailed and was really accurate for that time period. So yeah, I thought the costumes were really nice, really enjoyed the costuming. So this production has a really talented cast. So we had Gabriel Acamo as Guy Fawkes, and he had a really strong but eerie presence on stage as he was narrating the story. I thought he was really good. Like I said, he was a really powerful presence on stage, and I just really enjoyed the way he narrated it, and yeah, I thought he was really good. We then had Sam Faraday as a tormented Thomas Percy. He was fantastic again, and he delivered the dynamic vocals with such ease. He was really good. We then had Nicole Raquel Dennis as Martha Percy, and she gave a really strong and believable performance, and her vocals were just to die for. She has an amazing voice, and like I said before, her version of The Inevitable was just fantastic. We then had Connor Jones as Robert Gatsby, and he gave a very strong vocal performance. Like I said, his performance of Cold Hard Ground was really good, and I really enjoyed that song. We then had Joe McFadden as King James and Oscar Colin Murray as Robert Cecil, and they were a great double act, and they brought a little bit of comedy to an otherwise quite serious story. I also have to mention Emily Louise Israel, who played Anne Vax. Her vocals were just outstanding, and I just loved everything that she sang. I just thought she had an amazing voice, a really lovely tone to her voice, and yeah, I just loved everything that she did. So it's probably a good point now to show you the programme, and I can show you the cast biographies. Okay, so here is the programme. It just says Treason the Musical, Sheffield Lyceum, and it's on from the 31st of October to Saturday the 4th of November. Inside we've got some adverts. Quite a lot of adverts. And then the first thing we have is this little article on the gunpowder plot. So this actually tells you the historical version of the story. Got some pictures there. So this is James the First of England. This is Thomas Perry. And this one is supposed to be the gunpowder plotters. And you've got another little article here, plotting a new musical. So this is a discussion with the composer Ricky Allen and the book writer Charlie Eglinton. We have some rehearsal shots in here as well. And then here we have the cast list in order of appearance. So Gabriel Acamo as Guy Fawkes, Sam Faraday as Thomas Percy, Nicole Raquel Dennis as Martha Percy, Kyle Cox as Jack Wright, Emily Louise Israel as Anne Fawkes, Connor Jones as Robert Catesby, Alfie Richards as Robin Winter, Lewis Edgar as Timothy Winter, and Joe McFadden as King James, and Oscar Colin Morrell as Robert Cecil. And then the Eyes, who are the ensemble, are here, and you have the band and the creative team. And then we go on to the cast biographies. So we have Nicole Raquel Dennis. Their most recent role was playing Effie White in the first UK tour of Dreamgirls, and I actually saw her in that, and she was absolutely amazing. Her voice was just stunning on the songs in that, and again she was amazing vocally in this as well. She's got an amazing voice. We then have Joe McFadden, who plays King James I. It says he is probably best known for playing Surgeon Ralph de Luca in Holby City. On stage it says he's recently been seen playing Jason Rudd in the UK tour of The Mirror, Cracked, and also in tours of Priscilla Queen of the Desert, playing Tick. We then have Sam Faraday, who played Thomas Percy. His recent credits include playing Greg Orman and Rob Camilletti in The Cher Show. He's also played Big Bug Dean in Heathers the Musical, Robbie Hart in The Wedding Singer, and Stacey Jack in Rock of Ages. So he's done quite a lot of shows. We then have Connor Jones, who played Robert Catesby. His theatre credits include playing Grettir in Les Miserables at the Sondheim Theatre and the International Tour. We then have Oscar Conlon Murray. He played Robert Cecile. So his most recent shows include Mother Goose, which I did see him in at the Lowry, and he was really good in that. He's also been in Only Fools and Horses on the West End. He's also been in The Toxic Avenger and in Nativity the Musical as well. We then have Gabriel Acamo, who played the narrator, Guy Fawkes. So his theatre credits include Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, Othello, A Christmas Carol and Lovesick. We then have Kyle Cox, who played Jack Wright. His theatre credits include Paul Williams in Ain't Too Proud, Wyatt in Crazy for You, and he was in the ensemble in Elf the Musical. We then have Lewis Edgar, who played Timothy Winter. His theatre credits include Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, Next to Normal and Les Miserables, and also Oliver. We then have Emily Louise Israel, who played Anne Vox. Her theatre credits include Once on This Island, Treason the Musical, the concert version, Hamilton, and The Lion King. So she's done some really good shows. I'm not surprised though, because her voice was amazing. We then have Alfie Richard, who played Robin Winters. His theatre credits include Whistle Down the Wind, Parade, and Sunday in the Park with George. And then we have the ensemble members. So we have Femi Akinfolarin, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, Megan Curley, Filippo Cofano, Dan Gill, Anna Geisy, Naomi Catillo, and Lewis McCrodit. So that's all the cast. And you've got the creative biographies. And that is everything in the programme. So I really enjoyed Treason the Musical. I thought it was really interesting. I thought the story was told in a unique way, and it had a really interesting take on a known historical event. And I just thought the story was gripping and engaging. The show also has a really unique score with some fantastic songs in it, which was showcased perfectly by the exceptional vocal talents of the cast. So I would definitely recommend Treason, especially if you enjoy musical based on historical events. I just thought this was told in such a unique way and just gave you a different perspective on the gunpowder plot and how it was brought about. And I just really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the story, enjoyed the music. I just thought it was a really good show. So I would give the show 4 stars. Definitely love to see it again, especially without the show stopping and starting, because I think that did disrupt the flow maybe a little bit. So it'd be great to see it again. I think the show is still being in development. I don't think this is going to be the final version. I think they are still developing. That's why it's only a short tour. Maybe it could do with a little bit more character development in some of the characters. Some of the characters you don't really know much about. So maybe it could do with that. Also maybe it could do with a few more up-tempo numbers. A lot of the musical numbers are ballads and quite slow numbers. There's not a lot of big group numbers either in there. I think maybe it could do with some of those, especially at the final. I think the final could probably do with a big group number. I think the final's okay, but I would prefer it to end on a big number. I think musicals should end with a musical number rather than just like a speech. This one sort of ends with a speech by Guy Fawkes. Yeah, I think it would be better maybe to end with a big musical number. But anyway, I definitely recommend Treason. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little vlog and review. If you do enjoy theatre vlogs and reviews, I do lots of them on this channel. This week I am going to go and see Tu Wong Fu at the Hope Mill Theatre, and then next week I'm going to see is it called I Should Be So Lucky, the new Scott Aitken and Waterman musical. So if you're interested in seeing vlogs and reviews on those, then do subscribe and hit the notification bell. You'll be notified as soon as they go up. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. If you have, like I said, please do give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.